The Ouija board, also known as a spirit board or talking board, is one of the most mysterious and controversial tools in modern culture. It's a flat board marked with letters, numbers, and the words yes, no, and goodbye. Players place their fingers on a small piece called a planchette, ask questions, and watch as it appears to move and spell out answers. For some, it's a fun party game. For others, it's a serious tool for contacting spirits. But where did it come from? The roots of the Ouija board stretch back to the 19th century when spiritualism, a movement based on the belief that the dead could communicate with the living, became wildly popular in the United States and parts of Europe. Spiritualism began gaining followers in the 1840s, especially after the famous Fox sisters from New York claimed that they could talk to ghosts through tapping sounds. Soon, people all over the country were holding seances and trying different methods to speak with spirits. Before the Ouija board existed, people used tools like turning tables, pendulums, and automatic writing to receive messages. But these methods could be slow or confusing. People wanted a faster way to get clear answers from the other side. That's where the idea of the talking board came in. In 1890, a man named Charles Kennard and a group of businessmen in Baltimore decided to create and market a new kind of talking board. They teamed up with a local attorney and inventor named Elijah Bond, who filed the first patent. According to stories, they asked the board itself what it should be called, and it supposedly spelled out Ouija. When they asked what that meant, it told them good luck. Others say the name may have come from combining the French and German words for yes, oui and ja. Either way, the name stuck. The Kennard Novelty Company began producing and selling the boards, claiming they could help anyone talk to spirits without needing a medium. The idea caught on fast. By the early 1900s, Ouija boards were being sold in toy shops and department stores across the country. They were advertised as a harmless parlor game, fun for the whole family, even though their main draw was the idea of contacting the dead. In 1901, William Fuld, one of the original investors, took over production and became known as the father of the Ouija board. Under his leadership, the board's popularity soared. He even claimed the board had told him to make the board and build a new factory, which he did. Sadly, Fuld died in 1927 after falling from the roof of that same factory. Some see his death as another spooky twist in the Ouija story. Over the years, the Ouija board remained a bestseller. It got especially popular during tough times like World War I, the Great Depression, and World War II, when many people were grieving lost loved ones and looking for answers. For some, the board brought comfort. For others, it brought fear. In the 1970s, public opinion of the Ouija board took a dark turn. That's mostly thanks to the 1973 movie The Exorcist. In the film, a young girl becomes possessed by a demon after using a Ouija board. After that, many people began associating the board with evil spirits, demons, and the occult. Religious groups warned against it, claiming it could open dangerous portals or attract unwanted energies. What had once been seen as a fun game was now seen as something to be avoided. Despite, or maybe because of, its spooky reputation, the Ouija board has stayed in pop culture. It shows up in horror movies, TV shows, books, and ghost hunting YouTube videos. People argue over what's really happening when the planchette moves. Scientists say the effect comes from something called the ideometer response, where the body moves without conscious control. Basically, your muscles move the planchette even if you think you're not doing anything. But believers say there's more to it. They think spirits, ghosts, or some kind of unseen energy are guiding the answers. Even today, Ouija boards divide opinion. Some see them as a harmless toy sold by major toy companies. Others treat them with caution or fear, warning people not to use them alone or ask the wrong questions. Still, they remain a fascinating piece of history that mixes curiosity, belief, and mystery. Whether it's a gateway to another world or just a reflection of the human mind, the Ouija board continues to spark interest more than a century after it was first sold. From spiritualist seances to candlelit rooms to modern TikTok challenges in dimly lit basements, the Ouija board refuses to fade away. It's a reminder that no matter how much the world changes, people still have questions about life, death, and what might lie beyond, and some are still willing to ask the board for answers. Like, comment, and subscribe for daily history and culture content.